are, marching in here like you're God's gift.
Look, I'm only trying to help. When I sorted you out of this place, I didn't realise it was such a dump.
Well, beggars can't be choosers, can they?
All I'm suggesting is you move into my place until I can sort you out with somewhere a bit more comfortable, that's all.
Finding somewhere nicer to live isn't going to solve anything for me. I'm still going to be stuck with the same old problems. Or do you intend organising the rest of my life for me as well?
Look, you can't stick yourself away all the time feeling sorry for yourself. You've got to make the most of what you've got.
And that's my problem. I haven't got anything anymore.
You've got a job for starters.
Not anymore. I hadn't even phoned up with an excuse as to why I was absent. There's no way they'd have me back now.
I phoned up for you. I told them you were sick. They're expecting you back tomorrow.
You had no right.
Look, somebody's got to look after you, haven't they?
Look, I know you're only trying to help me. It's very kind of you, but I've got to learn to stand on my own 2 feet.
Look, it's no big deal. You'll be doing me a favour if you move into the flat. I'm going away to Spain for a week tomorrow. I mean, at least you can look after the place for me. I won't even be there.
What about when you get back?
Well, hopefully I'll have found you somewhere decent to live by then.
Why are you doing this? You hardly know me.
Well, I suppose after the other night, I feel a responsibility. I don't want to come back from Spain and find out that you've done something stupid. I don't want to be stuck with a load of guilt.
So you're only concerned about yourself?
I've kept my side of the bargain. I promised I wouldn't tell anyone about you trying to top yourself, and I haven't. So, the least you can do for me is give me peace of mind and keep an eye on me flat. And besides, you owe me one.
You don't give up easily, do you?
So you coming or what?
Hi. How come you're back so soon?
I forgot this.
Oh, and here's me thinking you might have popped back to make a start on the decorating.
That's what I like about you. Mm. Never give up.
You're going to see Romeo today?
Sorry?
Barry Grant.
Oh, yes, I might catch up with him later. You know, I do hope this affair with Penny isn't going to be too much of a distraction for him.
Are you going to press him for more details, find out if there actually is anything going on between them?
I don't think it's any of our business.
Oh, couldn't you just have a little private man-to-man chat with him, find out all the gory details?
Trying to get anything out of Barry these days is like trying to get blood out of a stone.
Oh, try your best, eh? I mean, if they really are having a fling, they can't expect to keep it secret forever. God, what a combination.
Where's your dad? I take it he hasn't moved back home yet.
No such luck. He's gone to pick Thomas up from school.
How much longer is he expecting to stay with us?
Well, until he apologises to Mum or she to him.
Well, you really must have words with him, with both of them. This is getting ridiculous.
I've tried. He won't listen. He's too stubborn. It's not like Mum to stick it out this long.
No, I know where you get it from.
I'm not stubborn.
Oh, so you don't mind if we wait until the restaurant's up and running before we start redecorating?
Oh, that could be months.
Why have you suddenly decided that our interior design is so offensive?
It was very pleasant when we moved in 4 years ago, but I think it's time we moved into the 90s. I mean, it's tacky.
Well, it wasn't tacky when we paid a fortune for it.
Yeah, but that was when borders were fashionable. Now every living room and every pub in the country's got them. I'm sick of the sight of them. I want something more individual.
Expensive, you mean?
I mean, look, each of the corners are coming away now.
Well, that's easily sorted,
Look,
isn't
they're
it?
just coming away.
Look, don't do that. I said don't do that. We'll just get a bit of paste and then we'll stick it down. Look, don't do that. You'll make it worse. Patricia!
Oh, darling, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. Well, we can't possibly live with it now. Looks like the place is going to get a facelift sooner than we expected.
Do you know, I've hardly got a minute to myself these days.
Oh, so ask Dad. I'm sure he'd be keen.
Don't even suggest it. We'll never get rid of him. Well, I suppose I'll have to do it myself. See if I can fit it in between running after Barry Grant.
What would I do without you?
I love this bit on the back here. It's so simple and direct. I used to drink because I felt there was nothing to live for. I was looking for an escape. But now I realise the only thing missing from my life was my faith. You've really proven yourself with these.
Oh, it's been dead good helping you organise it all.
It's great having someone I can trust who can share some of the responsibility. Someone with a bit more maturity who knows where they're coming from.
Oh, yeah, hey, I've told everyone to meet outside the nightclub at 7 o'clock. I thought we'd get there early. Meet everyone as they're going in, start as we mean to go on.
Yeah, well, I don't think your mate Barry Grant's going to be too pleased about us trying to persuade his punters to pack up drinking.
Yeah, well, that's just his hard luck, isn't it? I don't like the fact that he's getting rich by encouraging people to put themselves into an early grave.
Even if we only persuade one person not to go into the club, it'll all have been worthwhile.
I'll let you get to bed then. It seems strange saying that. It's still all sunny here. And thank you again. I'll be in touch soon. Lovely to hear your voice again. Don't forget to give my love to Brian and little Samantha. Yes, I will. Bye, Jake. God bless. Bye.
Well, that was a long phone call. Must have cost them a fortune.
I don't think they have to worry too much about the phone bills coming in. They're not short of money.
Yeah, it must be strange having a brother on the other side of the world. I mean, it's not like you can just jump in a car or on a bus to go and visit them.
No. Last time Jake came over, it took 26 hours on the plane. Mandy, Jake's invited me to go over to Australia.
Really? But isn't it very expensive?
He's offered to pay for the ticket. Otherwise, there's no way I'd be able to go.
Oh, look at you. I wish someone would pay for me to go on holiday.
Actually, it would be more than just a holiday.
Well, how do you mean?
He wants me to go over there permanently.
When are you going to?
I must admit it's very tempting. Apart from Thomas, Jake and his family are the only relatives I've got.
So would you be living with them?
Yes, but that wouldn't be any problem. They've got a lovely big house. They've even got their own swimming pool. It's quite common over there, apparently. And if I did decide to go, I know I'd be well looked after.
Well, it sounds like an offer you'd be mad to refuse.
How do you think Thomas would react?
Well, he'd be upset, obviously. He's been a different person since you've been here. I mean, despite all his other problems, he just seems so happy all the time. In fact, he never stops talking about you.
I wouldn't like him to think I'm running away from him again. He's been so kind to me. You both have. I really do appreciate everything you've done. But being realistic, I think it would be best for everyone if I went. Made a fresh start.
Oh, no, that's all I need.
What?
The window cleaner is stirring over at us.
Take a notice again.
I'm starting to have second thoughts. Maybe this isn't such a good idea after all.
Look, we're here now, aren't we?
I can just see the newspaper headlines now. Shamed MP's widow shacks up with toy boy.
You're getting paranoid.
Oh, no, here's Max now. What am I going to tell him?
The truth. You're stopping with me till I can find you somewhere else.
Penny, didn't expect to see you here.
No,
Look, Max, I've asked Penny to stop with me for a couple of days till I can find her somewhere more comfortable.
Oh, well, that's very decent of you.
You see, when I sorted her out with the flat, I didn't realise it was such a dump. So when I saw it the other day, I felt a bit guilty.
I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. It'll only be for a week or so.
Of course.
Right, so we get this lot inside, then?
Yeah.
Oh, Barry, before you go, can we talk business?
Well, I'm a bit stuck for time this afternoon, Max.
Well, it's just that I've arranged meetings with the kitchen fitters and installers for next week. I think it would be very important us two being there to discuss all the options with them.
Well, Max, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to leave it in your capable hands, because I'm getting off to Spain for a week tomorrow.
Spain? But why?
Look, don't be worried about it, right? I'm only going for a week. I've got some business to sort out for Oscar, that's all.
But, I mean, there's so much to do here. I don't think I could manage it all on my own.
Well, look, about 7-ish tonight, I'll have an hour to spare. If you come into the club, then we can sort things out, all right?
Right.
No doubt I'll see you soon.
Yes, no doubt.
Hi, Penny.
What's something wrong with your eyes, Sinbad?
All right, Penny. Saw you on breakfast telly the other week. See Bing had to get his gob in, eh? Wasn't half funny. We've taken it if you want to see it, you know.
Have you got some work to be getting on with?
Yeah, I'm just being friendly. Hey, Maxie, what's the score there?
I'm sorry?
She moving in with him or what?
I'm the foggiest.
Come on, spill the beans. Have they seen each other?
Well, I think you'd be better off asking them that.
Thank you. Oh, hi.
All right.
I'm running a bit behind today. I'll be with you in a minute.
Well, I've been kept waiting this long. Another minute's not going to kill me, is it?
Go on in. Take a seat. What are you doing home again? Thought you didn't have a minute to yourself these days.
Guess who I've just seen?
Who?
Barry Grounds.
Is that supposed to excite me?
And guess who was moving into his flat?
Not Penny.
Correct first time.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
But she only just moved into her own flat last week.
Well, she said it was temporary, didn't she? Well, she's bound to say that.
Well, so did they admit that they're together?
No. No, it was obvious, wasn't it? I mean, nothing needed to be said.
Well, why didn't she tell us herself? I mean, surely they can't expect to move in together without anyone ever finding out.
Well, maybe she was going to break the news once she'd settled in.
Wonder why why they're being so secretive about it. It all seems a bit suspect to me.
Barry's going off to Spain tomorrow. No doubt Penny's going with him.
Yeah, the way things are going, wouldn't surprise me if they came back and announced they were getting married.
I mean, if she's moving in with him, then it's blatantly obvious that things are more serious than we first thought.
Oh.
I'll put the kettle on. What? Where's the wallpaper gone?
Thought I might make a start on the stripping. Don't mind, Dee. Would you like a coffee?
I think we've already wasted enough time, don't you? I'd rather just get it all sorted out so I can get back to work.
Right then, if you'd like to take a seat, we'll get straight down to business. As you know, for some time now, the company's been looking into ways of making the operations much more efficient. We need to be able to guarantee the long-term prospects of the company.
So what exactly does that mean? How many of us are going to be thrown on the scrap heap?
I didn't say that, but we are going to have to rationalise.
How many?
The company, like many, is going through a difficult period. We've looked at many ways to protect as many jobs as possible. We're going to have to let 30 jobs go.
30? Well, we all knew something was going on, but no one was expecting this.
We can, however, offer a solution.
What are you talking about?
We can save those people's jobs and relocate them in the factory.
Yeah? So where's the catch?
It would mean everybody else agreeing to a permanent cut in wages.
And you call that a solution? The majority of us are just about managing to keep our heads above water as it is.
I really do sympathise. I don't make the decisions, I'm just here to present proposals. I appreciate it's going to be difficult either way, but I'm afraid they're the only options. Either you agree to a pay cut, or 30 go. The choice is yours.
Not bad, this room, is it?
It's sheer luxury compared to that other place.
You'll be miles better off here. Till I can sort you out with another place.
Well, hopefully I won't be invading your privacy for too long. Thanks. As soon as I get a new flat, I'll be out of your way.
You won't be invading my privacy at all. I mean, I'm hardly ever here.
Max's face earlier was a picture. I'll bet he couldn't wait to rush home and tell Patricia we're having a full-blown affair.
Well, it doesn't matter, does it? As long as we know the truth. I mean, if people want to gossip, let them.
Well, the frustrating thing is I can hardly tell them the truth. They'd have me sectioned off in a psychiatric ward if they knew what I'd tried to do.
I shouldn't think so.
All I need now is to be sent to prison for defrauding the benefits office. That'd really put the icing on the cake. Papers would have a field day.
Look, they're not going to get heavy with you just because you owed them a couple of £100. Don't worry about it. I'll sort something out. I'll get them off your back.
How do you intend to do that?
Just leave it to me, eh? Now, listen, I've got to get to the club. Got a few things to sort out before I go to Spain. Now, help yourself to anything you need. Food, a bath, whatever.
Barry?
Yeah?
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
It's the same old story time and time again, isn't it? As soon as there's a problem, take it out in the workforce.
All the options were considered in great detail. This is purely an attempt to protect everyone's jobs. This company must be saved or we'll simply go under. That's the reality of it.
But our track record is excellent. We haven't had any industrial accident at this plant for years.
The decision's also been made to relocate part of the operation to our premises in the south.
What part?
Some of the technical areas, maintenance.
Oh, I see now. So we'll just be kept on here as a bunch of unskilled packers, will we? Send anything that requires half a brain to the south.
It makes more sense location-wise. And as I say, will, in the long term, protect the majority.
And you really expect us to believe that? You're prepared to let 30 jobs go at the drop of a hat, and then you have the nerve to talk to me about job protection?
This wasn't a decision made lightly. It was the only option. It affects all of us.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it won't affect management and the directors. They'll still be driving round in their flash cars and jetting off to the foreign holiday homes whenever they want.
We're all in this together.
Well, there's together and there's together, isn't there? Have you got any idea how people are going to react to this? There'll be bloody murder.
I know it's not going to be easy, but we will need a response as soon as possible.
I wouldn't hold me breath. What have we come to? Job cuts or pay cuts? What a choice, eh?
That's Jake there. And that's Brian, his son. And that's Samantha, Brian's little daughter.
Oh, seems strange, Simbad having all these relatives on the other side of the world.
Do you think Thomas has got a good future here?
How do you mean?
What has life got in store for him?
Oh, that's impossible to say, isn't it? I mean, what's life got in store for any of us? I suppose he's got enough to keep him busy with his window round and his caretaking at the shops.
I was telling Jake how close we've become over the last few weeks. What a lovely man he is. And the thing is, Jake's offered to pay for a ticket for Thomas too. I need to know whether he's got anything worth staying here for. And if not, do you think he'd consider starting a new life with me? In Australia?
Right, if I could have your attention, please, everybody. The doors will be opening soon. First of all, I'd like to thank Terry for being the main brains behind this campaign. I think a round of applause is in order for him.
Yeah. All right, that'll do.
I think we'll be better off if we split up into pairs. Me and Terry will deal with the first few people, and the rest of you can just watch. That way you'll see what kind of approach I've decided we should take. Looks like we could have our first customer.
Don't you think we'd be better off leaving him, you know, with him being a neighbour and that?
I think it's only fair that we warn everyone of the dangers. He might think he's out just for an innocent drink, but we know the truth. And I think he has the right to know.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, sir. Could we just have a word for a minute?
What about?
Would you mind if we asked you how much alcohol you usually drink in a week?
Yes, I certainly would.
Just as a matter of interest, did you know that there are 40,000 alcoholics in this country?
No, I didn't, but thank you very much for sharing that information with me.
But most disturbingly of all, did you know that there is no cure for alcoholism?
I don't need to worry about this at the moment, thank you very much.
And did you also know that to drink is to disrespect your body, and that your body is Jesus' temple?
Look, I've got to go. You don't seriously believe in all this rubbish, do you?
I wouldn't be here otherwise, would I? Look, take a leaflet. It's not going to do you any harm, is it?
And if you'd like to discuss it in any more detail, you know where to find us. Have a nice night. You'll find that 99% of the people will react like that. But don't be put off. Remain positive. And remember, it's the other 1% we're here to find. At least he can't say he wasn't warned when he finds himself dying of cirrhosis of the liver, or when his marriage and not his drink ends up on the rocks.
Night's only young. Plenty more people for us to see, yeah?
You all right, Max?
Are you aware of that one out there?
What lot?
Terry Sullivan and all those other cracks hanging out these on your doorstep. Seems like they're on some sort of mission to discourage your customers.
What do they think they're playing at? Dave, give us a hand to shift these loonies from the front, will you? Do you want to do us a favour? Fix Max up with a drink. I'll be back in a minute, Max.
I've just got to nip back over to the house for something. Is it all right if I leave you in charge?
Yeah, of course.
See you later.
See ya.
It's all right. What's with all this crap, eh, Terry?
It's not crap, it's just a peaceful demonstration, that's all.
Has he got you doing all his dirty work for him now, eh?
We're not doing anything illegal. We're just handing out leaflets and talking to people.
Why don't you do us all a favour and come inside and have a pint instead, eh?
No, I've learned to respect my body now that I've found something I believe in.
I don't know why I bothered trying to talk sense into you. It's a psychiatrist you need, not Jesus.
I don't know what you're getting so worked up about. Does it really annoy you so much to see me happy?
How can you be happy when you're hanging around with these loonies half your life?
I'll tell you why I'm happy. Because I've learned to respect my life at last. I believe in Jesus now. And I know I've got to give my life up to him. And that's what I'm going to do. You believe in God, I know you do.
The only God I'm interested in is money.
Yeah, and that's one of the many reasons why you will never go to heaven.
Yeah, but Terry, all of this, it's mad.
How can it be mad? I've never felt this good in my whole life. What's mad about that? Can you really deny you've ever seen me so happy after all I've been through?
I've got to get back inside.
See ya.
Do us a favour, will you? Keep an eye on these, make sure they don't hassle any of the customers.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Sin, can I have a word with you?
What are the Bible bashes doing around here?
An anti-drink campaign, would you believe?
Exactly, loud.
I wouldn't mind, but Jesus used to like the odd glass of wine, didn't he?
Yeah, Terry used to drink like a fish.
What am I going to do with him, Sin? I thought it was just a weird phase he was going through, but it's well out of hand now. Any suggestions?
Well, don't ask me.
Well, would he listen to you? I mean, every time I try to talk to him, he thinks I'm having a go with him or something.
What would I say to him?
I don't know. Anything. Take him on for a drink or something. I mean, this religion crap's gone well beyond a joke. I mean, he'll be telling us he's the resurrection next.
Yeah. Well, I'll have a word with him, but I'm not promising anything.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Now, listen, there's one more thing. I'm getting off to Spain tomorrow for a week, all right?
It's all right for some, isn't it, eh?
So, I want you to keep an eye on my flat and all its contents. I've got a guest stopping there at the moment, and she's hardly worldly wise, OK?
All right. So, how are things with you and Lady Penelope, then?
Keep your nose out, Parker, all right?
OK. No more questions.
Right, so keep an eye on the place, and I'll see you when I get back, all right?
All right, Baz.
Got some things in it for you, OK?
All right, what are you up to, lad?
Nothing you'd be interested in, Sin.
Red Sammy?
We're just handing these leaflets out trying to make people aware of the dangers of drinking.
Sounds weird hearing that coming from you, you know. It doesn't seem like 5 minutes that me and you were drinking partners. You used to be able to knock it back like nobody's business.
Well, there you go. Living proof that it's possible to give up. Never too late.
I must admit you are looking well, but I don't see what you get out of all this religious stuff, don't I?
More than you can ever imagine.
Even better than a night out down the Grafton.
Well better.
Well, that's a shame, because I was going to ask you to come out with us one night.
Nah, I'm not into going out anymore.
What, not even with your old mate?
Nah, I'm not into any of that anymore. I've got different mates now.
So you don't fancy a night out down the Grafton, eh?
No, but if you ever fancy a gab, you're more than welcome to come to the house. Our door's always open.
Doesn't it get drafty?
You know what I mean.
Well, no offence, mate, but I prefer the Grafton. But I'll be getting off anyway.
Well, before you go, why don't you take one of these leaflets? You never know. You might find it interesting reading.
Yeah, well, see you, Ted.
See you soon.
Should I ask Thomas to come with me? This is my dilemma. Do you think he would like to make a fresh start elsewhere?
Well, I suppose that would have to be his decision.
And if he decided to come with me, how would you feel about that?
Well, there'd be nothing I could do about it, would there? Why should there be?
Well, if I thought he had a future here with you, then I wouldn't even dream of telling him about it. But if he's not included in your long-term plans, then, well, maybe he'd be better wiping the slate clean and moving away with me.
Well, it's difficult to say what might happen in the future.
If you've got any feelings for him whatsoever, then you've got to tell him. Otherwise, he could be on the other side of the world before you even know it. Is that what you really want?
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Thomas.
Hello. So what have you two been up to?
Just been talking.
About anything in particular?
Oh, this and that.
I think I'll go and lie down for an hour. I'm feeling quite tired.
You all right, Mum?
Fine. I'm sure you two will be glad of some time on your own together.
Anything on the telly tonight?
Oh, papers through there.
Particularly nitrogen dioxide.
Think about what I said. If you feel anything for him, if you don't want to lose him, then you've got to tell him, soon. I got a second chance. You won't.
Traffic had to be diverted towards Hood Street.
Tomorrow at 5, Channel 4 will be broadcasting The Marriage of Figaro live from Glyndebourne, which means that for this weekend, the Brookside Omnibus will move to 5:05 on Sunday.
There's a new admirer in Brookside.
Too cold sitting out here?
No, it's lovely out here. Why don't you come and sit with me?
No, I've got some ironing that needs doing.
All in all, it's a lovely day, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll go and put the kettle on, make us all a nice cup of tea.
You all right, Mum?
I don't like your mum sitting out here. I'm trying to get her back inside, but she won't listen.
Well, don't panic. If you keep going on about it, you're going to make her think something weird's happening.
I just don't like being out here.
Don't be soft. Look, you can't let him go on haunting you. You've got to act as if nothing's ever happened.
Morning.
All right, Ed.
Morning.
Oh, you haven't met me, Mum, have you?
Nice to meet you, love.
And you?
Eddie and his family haven't long moved in, Mum.
Think they're doing a bit of gardening today. We haven't had a chance to touch it yet.
That's the only trouble with gardens. They need constant attention.
Maybe we should just get a big patio like yours. Save all the hassle, eh?
It is a big patio, isn't it? It's a pity you've extended it out over the grass like that. It's nice to have a good-sized garden.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, see you later.
See ya. Right, yeah, I'll go and have a wee.
I don't suppose you've had a chance to talk to him yet?
No, not yet.
I don't mean to rush you, but this is your last chance. I'm going to have to tell him that I'm moving away. I'm going to tell him today. So, if you want to stop him...
Makes a change seeing you out of bed before midday.
Very funny. Should join him and me dad. You could do with losing a few pounds.
Hey, I'll have less of that.
Maybe you should go to this flab attack with Armo.
Don't suppose the phone went while I was at the shop before?
It did ring, but it stopped before I could get to it.
I bet you didn't even get out of bed, did you?
I'm sure whoever it was will phone back. Why, what's up?
I'll tell you what's up. We've only been screwed by management again, haven't we?
How do you mean?
Either we all accept pay cuts or 30 jobs go.
Oh.
Is that all you can say? Oh.
Well, I know it's a bummer, but times are hard for everyone these days, aren't they?
It's more than a bloody bummer. We're talking about people's lives here. Me and your mother have just taken on a mortgage. We can just about keep up with the repayments as it is.
I'm sure everything will sort itself out.
But what would you suggest? How would you sort it out? Would you accept the pay cuts or let 30 of your mates go?
Depends, doesn't it?
On what?
On whether I was one of the 30 or not.
And that's exactly the kind of attitude that's got this country in such a mess. I was hoping to take your mother on a day out today, but it looks like I'm going to have to stay in until I get hold of this Stephen Lee fella.
Who's he when he's at home?
The regional union officer, and he's not at home. I'm trying to ring him all morning, but he's not in.
Well, it is a bank holiday. Hey, if you're staying in, does that mean I can use the car?
No, it bloody doesn't. You can make yourself useful for a change.
Oh, yeah, how?
Well, the grass needs cutting.
All right, Dad.
Never mind, Artie. You're not here on holiday. And until you can afford to give us some keep, you can earn your bed and board.
Didn't get this much grief in the army.
Well, I don't suppose you've been in touch with Sarah and Rebecca yet?
I haven't had a chance.
Haven't had a chance? You've been sitting round doing sod all ever since you got here.
You've got to say something to him.
I can't.
Here we go. Yeah, Mum. Yours.
There's something I've been meaning to tell you. And I suppose now is as good a time as any.
What's up? You're all right, aren't you?
This is very difficult for me. But I can't put it off any longer. I spoke to your Uncle Jake yesterday.
Oh, where's the old cobber?
He's asked me to go and live with him.
In Australia? Yeah, but you're not going to, are you?
I'd like to. It's something he's offered a few times over the years. But this recent spell in hospital has made me think more about it.
Right. So when are you thinking of going?
It won't be for a few weeks yet.
All right. Look, I've just remembered there's some things I need to sort out. I'll see you later.
Oh, dear.
Just give him some time on his own to let it sink in, eh? So, why didn't you mention that he'd been invited too?
You know why. I wouldn't want to ruin his chances here with you.
Sorry.
Any fool can see how he feels about you. He's in love with you.
What makes you think that?
Because it's obvious, and you know it too.
I'll get it, Mummy, for Chris.
And it's obvious you feel the same way about him.
No, I don't. Oh, it's not that simple.
Why not? I know your first marriage was difficult, but if you ask me, that's all the more reason you'd be a fool not to make a fresh start with someone as lovely as Thomas.
Well, I've got to be honest, I was quite shocked when I heard you moved in with Barry. He seems very helpful.
Oh, I think he just feels guilty about landing me with that other dump in the first place.
You could have come back here, you know. You're always welcome.
Thanks anyway, but I've been in your way long enough and, well, that would have just felt like going backwards.
As long as you know the offer's there.
I appreciate that. Look, I know everybody probably thinks there's something going on between Barry and I, but I swear there isn't.
So you keep saying anyway. What if they were? Your business. No need to excuse yourself to me.
But there isn't. I'm just looking after his place while he's away in Spain, that's all. I'm sorry if that sounds boring, but that's all there is to it.
OK, I believe you. Thousands wouldn't. Though you must admit it does seem a bit strange that you and Barry have suddenly become such close friends.
Oh, you could hardly call us that. He's just been very good to me.
Fine. So, there's nothing you want to tell me?
No, of course not.
Don't suppose you fancy doing ours while you're at it?
I've got enough to keep me busy here, thank you.
I see that lot have been at it again, eh?
Sorry?
They've been hanging round our Lee's school, handing out their leaflets.
I know. Dreadful, isn't it?
Don't you think it's about time something was done about them?
Unfortunately, there's not much anyone can do about it. We can only hope that Barry Grant serves them with an eviction notice as soon as possible.
And when's that likely to be?
Oh, heaven only knows. Apparently he's in Spain.
Well, what about another one of those residents' meetings you're so fond of?
I'm afraid that's not convenient at the moment.
Well, I don't know. I think this whole residents' committee's being handled in a very half-hearted way, yeah? So, as a resident, I'd like to request a meeting this week, please.
I'm sorry, it's just not possible right now.
Typical, isn't it? You were quick enough to arrange them when you were trying to get rid of us.
Glad to see they've got you working for your bed and board.
Bye, David.
Bye, Pen.
In the doghouse, eh? Why didn't you say she'd thrown you out? No wonder you don't want another meeting. See you, Bing.
Hi, love. Everything all right?
Fine, thanks.
No problems, nothing that needs sorting out?
Should I have?
Well, it's just that I'm the caretaker of this development, you know, and Barry pays me to keep an eye on everything.
Including me?
How do you mean?
Did he pay you to keep an eye on me as well?
No, of course not. Why would he do that?
Just a guess.
Right, well, I'll get off then if you're sure everything's all right.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself, thank you.
Thanks, Patsy, my darling. Just what I needed.
All this smell of freshly cut grass has given me the gardening bug.
Right, I better get started on the bag.
Well, at least he's making himself useful.
All right, how's it going?
Knackered. My mum, my sister and my mate have gone to Southport for the day. So I'm trying to make the most of the peace and quiet and get some revision in.
How are you getting on with it?
I'm not. I'm just reading things, but I'm not sinking in.
Thank God I never went to college. I couldn't cope with essays and reading books and all that crap.
I'm just on my way round the shop, get some sweets. I'm hoping the sugar might spark my brain into action.
Have you seen whose car's parked outside theirs?
Whose?
That girl you fancy, the lecturer one.
Oh, right. So you haven't managed to cop off with that, then? You're losing your touch, are you?
I haven't seen her, have I?
What time's running out, mate? You said to me you'd be seeing her within the week.
There's no panic. I've still got 2 days left.
Well, there's your chance.
Well, what are you waiting for? Introduce me.
All right, Beth.
Hi.
Have you met your new neighbour yet?
No, I haven't.
This is Carl and that's Beth.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
So, you going to introduce us to your mate, then?
Oh, sorry. This is Chris. Chris, Mike and Carl.
Yeah, I heard. What are you doing this afternoon?
I don't know, why?
'Cause Mike's having a bit of a barbecue, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I am. Thought it'd be my last chance to enjoy myself, you know, before my finals start.
It'll just be a few neighbours and people from Mike's college and that, won't it?
Yeah.
Thought it'd be a good chance for me to get to know people. Why don't you come?
Well, we'll see how we feel later.
Well, we need a definite answer, really, just so we can make sure there's enough food and all that.
Do you fancy it?
Yeah, why not? All right, then. About 3-ish. Is that all right?
Okay, then. We'll see you later.
What's all this? What's a barbecue?
Just a little brainwave. Have you got barbecue stuff?
Yeah, well, it's just as well, innit?
Don't worry, I'll raid me mum and dad's freezer for some scran.
I'm supposed to be revising.
What would you prefer to do? Spend the afternoon with your head in a book or in the company of two gorgeous women?
Yeah, well, as soon as you put it like that.
I'm telling you, mate, we're well in there. Did you see the looks that Beth was giving me?
Hello, I'm looking for a Mr. Max Farnham.
Oh, you're speaking to him?
Kenny Maguire, nice to meet you.
How can I help you?
I'm sorry to trouble you on a bank holiday, but I believe you're thinking of opening a restaurant on Larton Road?
Yes, that's right.
I wonder, could you just spare me a few minutes of your time?
Actually, we're just on our way out.
I won't keep you 5 minutes, I promise.
Right, well, you better come in.
That's very decent of you. Nice place. Decorating, I see. Awful chore, isn't it?
Yes, but worth it in the end. Oh, Patricia, this is,
Kenny Maguire. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello, hi.
So, what can I do for you?
Well, it's more what I can do for you. I run a small, independent insurance company.
Listen, I'm going to go and put Thomas's coat on. We'll be late if we don't get a move on, Max.
I'll only keep your husband a few minutes, Mrs. Farnham.
I'm afraid you might have had a wasted journey. We've already taken out insurance policies.
I don't think you quite understand, Mr. Farnham. I'm talking about a very comprehensive kind of cover.
No, but we're already covered for the building and the contents.
I think you'll find they're quite useless without an additional policy with us.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
I'm referring to the safety of your property. Now, if you're going to start a business in that area, you're going to need looking after. We've done our research, and we found that a lot of businesses have suffered problems. We can help.
What exactly are you talking about?
You're really going to make me spell it out?
Protection money. That's what you're after, isn't it?
Oh, you should choose your words more carefully. That could be seen as slander.
That's what you mean now, isn't it?
Your words, Mr. Farnham, not mine. Now, perhaps we can get down to talking some business.
Where are you going with them?
I've been invited to a barbecue by the lad next door. Don't worry, I'll give you the money for them.
I thought you were supposed to be cutting the grass for me.
I've done it.
The back as well?
I'll do the back tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know where we went wrong with you.
I presume you'll be wanting immediate cover?
I need to talk to my partner first.
Ah, very wise. Always best to go into these things with both eyes open, I can assure you.
From what you're saying, it seems like we have no choice in the matter.
And because all our business is highly confidential, I trust you'll treat this meeting as such.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Farnham. I'll be in touch. Hello again.
Right.
Don't worry, I'm not here to see you.
You got double time for working on a bank holiday, do you?
Just an informal meeting with a business associate. It's handy having all my business so local, though, eh?
What, Maxie Farnham?
I'll be round to see you and Mrs. Jordash next week. You look after yourselves now.
Is he gone?
Yeah, only just.
What do you want?
Oh, it was nothing important. Soon got rid of him.
Look, can we make a move soon? Won't be worth our while going otherwise.
Would you mind if we left it?
Darling, Thomas is all excited now.
I'm sorry, it's just, I don't feel very well.
Well, you were all right a few moments ago.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it was that bacon we had this morning. Sorry.
Well, that's the back finished. Anything else I can do?
Yes, go next door and see Mum.
I've already told you she won't have me back.
Oh, this is so childish. I could knock your heads together sometimes. Mum says you can move back in whenever you like.
As simple as that, eh?
As simple as that. All it takes is an apology. Then you can kiss and make up, celebrate your 40th wedding anniversary and live happily ever after.
Besides, you've no option. You'll be homeless.
All right.
Hi. We're the first here.
Yeah, thought there'd be more people here by now. Typical, isn't it, being let down like this? But I'm sure the four of us will still enjoy ourselves.
Why have I got the terrible feeling we've been set up?
Because it looks like we have, that's why.
See, I told you they'd be here. But do you think they've got a cob on if they know they've been set up? No, they'll be too busy enjoying themselves. Fancy a burger?
Not just now, thanks.
Would you?
I don't mind, actually.
Get in there. So, we're neighbours then?
Yeah, that's right.
You'll have to take me out for a drink one night. Show me where all the in-places are these days.
I wouldn't really know. I've been up to my eyes in the vision lately.
So there's nothing exciting going on in Liverpool I should know about?
Well, the Festival of Comedy starts in a few weeks. Chris said there should be some good stuff on.
I could do with a good laugh. It's hard living with me mum and dad again after being away for so long.
Now you've been living on your own.
Yeah, in the army, like.
Oh, that's funny. Mum told me you were married.
Oh, yeah, but it's all over now. Married too young and all that. Big mistake. Everyone deserves a second chance, don't they? There you go.
Beth tells me you're a media student.
Yeah, that's right.
So what do you want to do eventually?
Well, I'd like to get into TV, films, maybe direct.
Have you made many films while you've been at university?
Oh, yeah. I had one in the Edinburgh Film Festival a couple of years ago.
Really? What was it called?
Heart. I got loads of rave reviews for it.
Have you got a copy on video? I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Yeah, I've got one in the living room. You can watch it now if you like.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I'm just going to show Chris a film I made at uni. Does anyone fancy it? Yeah, I won't say no.
This is a crazy foursome, isn't it?
I know, that car's just been chatting me up, asking me to go out for a drink with him. What are we going to do?
Perhaps we should tell them the truth, put them out of their misery.
Yeah, I couldn't, they're my neighbours.
So what?
I'm sorry for rushing out like that this morning. Just came as a bit of a shock, that's all.
I understand.
So when was all this decided?
Oh, I spoke to your Uncle Jake yesterday. I've been absolutely dependent on you and Mandy lately. And it's not fair on either of you.
But that's what I'm here for. I want to look after you.
I'll never be able to repay you for everything you've done for me. Sometimes it's hard for me to understand why you've been so kind. How you could be so forgiving.
I'm just glad that I got to know you. That's all I ever wanted.
And I'm glad I've got to know you. I really am. But I just feel as if I've been in your way too long now.
No, you haven't.
I can't just walk back into your life and expect you to drop everything.
I just want to be with you no matter where you are. So, is this what you really want? To go and spend the rest of your life in Australia?
Why not at my time of life? It's supposed to be the land of opportunity, and I haven't really got anything to lose.
So what do you think?
What were you on when you made that? I thought it was excellent. I really did. I thought some of the images were very striking.
Can't say it was my cup of tea. I prefer a bit more action myself. Clint, Bruce Willis, Arnie and all that lot. Have you seen Terminator 2? The effects in that are brilliant.
No, I can't say I have.
So are you two into going to see films and all that?
Yeah?
Who do you usually go with?
Oh, we used to go with each other, don't we?
Oh, I see. So you usually just leave your boyfriends at home, do you?
No, I haven't got a boyfriend. I go out with Chris.
What?
You don't have a problem with that, do you?
No. Why should I?
I never knew you were gay.
Well, you do now.
Well, does your mum know?
No, so I'd be grateful if you keep it to yourself for the time being.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't say anything.
Thanks.
Should we go back outside? I need another drink.
Well done. See, it wasn't so hard, was it?
Well, it was worth it just to see the look on the faces.
Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it?
I can't believe it. Bet your dash a day.
Hey, have you got your camera on you now? I wouldn't mind watching him in action.
That's a thought, isn't it?
What a waste of talent, eh?
Go on, you've been putting this off for long enough.
All right, I'm going. There's no need to treat me like some naughty schoolboy.
Well, that's how you're behaving.
Hey, good luck. You can go inside now. I'm not going to run away.
Yes, can I help you?
I've come to apologise. I've been a silly old fool.
You've taken the word right out of my mouth. Well, I'm waiting.
I'm really sorry about my recent behaviour, and I'm sorry if I put my argument in a way that upset you, and if it's all right with you, I'd like to move back in.
Oh, all right, then. You better come in.
Thanks. What a relief.
Peace and quiet at last.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Maxie? Oh, hello. Saw that Kenny Maguire coming out of yours before.
Why? Do you know him?
Unfortunately. How do you know him?
Well, I don't, actually. He just wanted to talk business.
Yeah, well, do yourself a favour. Have nothing to do with him. He's bad news.
If you don't mind me asking, when did you first realise you were gay?
Well, I first started getting worried when I couldn't stop singing Katie Lang songs.
No, seriously, I'm interested. How did you know?
That's just one of those things. You just know. How did you know you were straight?
Because I fancied women.
Same here.
Well, how do you know you're not straight, really? Maybe you just haven't found the right fella yet.
I could ask you the same question. How do you know you're not gay? Perhaps you haven't met the right fella yet.
Oh, stop, lad. Get here.
Why? What's up?
I'll tell you what's up. It's not if you're just bursting in on your little foursome like this, kids.
Dad, you're making a show of me?
Don't talk crap, you're making a show of yourself. Well, let me tell you, the party's over for you, dirty ticket. You disgrace. What do you think you're playing at, chasing other women when you've got a family to support?
How many times have I got to tell you? Me and Sarah are finished.
Yeah, well, maybe you'd like to tell her that.
I will, all right. But there was no need to track me out there like that.
I'm just sick of seeing you going off enjoying yourself all the time. Chasing women, acting like you haven't got a care in the world, leaving Sarah to cope on her own with Rebecca 24 hours a day.
Don't you think that's my business?
Yeah, but while you're living under our roof, it's me and your mother's business and all.
Hiya, Carl.
I brought your wife and kid to see you. It was about time you started acting your age and sorted your life out.
Starting next over on ITV, Stakeout. Here on 4, life in 1930s Yorkshire is an education for an inquisitive 9-year-old, especially under the tutelage of the provocative maid of the household, Lydia. God on the Rocks, tonight's film, is next.
There are weighty decisions about to be agreed on by one family in Brookside.
Woken up now, have they? All had a good sleep.
Yeah.
Mum said to tell you she's putting some breakfast on.
Go to Nana Banks and see if she's got any juice for you. Why don't you get in for a bit? It's a lot more comfy than that couch you've been sleeping on all night. It's nice and warm in here. We're going to have to talk sometime, aren't we?
It's not going to do any good, though, is it?
Oh, we could try, though. I still don't really know where me and you went wrong.
It was all wrong from the start. We were too young to know what we were doing. We should have, I don't know, tried living together or something. But no, our parents wouldn't have it. They forced us into getting hitched because you got pregnant. We're married because they wanted us to be.
Yeah, but we were all right up until lately, weren't we? Maybe just stopped fancying me or what?
No. It's not about you. It's about me wanting to be free, I suppose.
Right. Fine. Me and Rebecca will just curl up in a corner and die then, eh? That's what you want.
And is my little Becca going to eat all this nice bacon up for Nana, so she'll grow up to be a big girl?
Anything I can do?
Yeah, Tar, you could sort out some knives and forks for me. Leila, why don't you take Becca up? Find her some of your old crayons, eh? They're up in your room.
Oh, yeah, right. Come on, then. Let's go and do some drawing. Grandad up.
I couldn't hate our Carl for messing it about like this, you know. Me and his dad want you back together.
I haven't said anything to Carl, but I've got an appointment with the solicitor in the morning to see about a divorce.
Look, if I was your mother, I'd be telling you you'd every right. But please, love, if it's only for little Rebecca's sake, give him another chance before you start thinking about a divorce.
I wouldn't have let myself be brought here if you hadn't been willing to give him another chance. I still love the divvy, so he knows I'm willing to give it another go. But he has to ask. I'm not begging him, Rosie.
Just let me get that before it wakes Eddie.
I promise you won't tell Carl I'm thinking about getting a divorce. I don't want to win him back with threats.
Oh, all right. I promise, love.
All right, kid. Hey, listen, you've got to help me. You've got to let me stay round here till 6:30.
Hello there, Mo. Come on in. Nice to see you.
Yeah, only you shouldn't be seeing this much of me. It's me way in a flab attack tonight and I haven't lost anything. In fact, I've put it on.
How much?
£3. And they fine you £1 a pound. But what's worse is the ones who've lost some will snigger at you when they think you're not looking. It's dead embarrassing.
Hiya.
Oh, hiya, Sarah, love. Oh, it's lovely seeing you two together again.
I'll just go and get Rebecca dressed.
I'll set the table for you, Mum.
Was it something I said?
Oh, don't ask. They still haven't sorted things, you know.
If you just let me sort Bugalows out, it'd be over and done with me now.
Sorry to land you with my troubles as well, but honest, kid, I'm a desperate woman. I can't stand the shame of going tonight if I'm £3 heavier than I should be.
So don't go.
Well, it's that Nicola Baines that's running the class.
Oh, not Nicola Baines.
Yeah, here with the long, lean, lovely figure like they always are in the ads. I want to be like that.
But I don't know what help spending the day round here will be.
I'd stuff myself stupid at home on my own, wouldn't I? I've brought me flab attack tackle. If I'm round here, you can stop me eating anything I shouldn't.
You can't lose £3 in a day.
That's right. Encourage her.
£3 is dead easy to get off, no prob.
Hey, do you reckon?
Don't eat anything, just drink water.
Yeah, well, even I could work that out, soft lad.
And loads of exercise. You might even lose more than 3 if I do a bit of circuit training with you.
Got better things to do with your time, haven't you, son? Like making peace with your wife.
Can be done, honest. Seen loads of guys in the army do it when they were trying to make boxing weight.
They were fit, though. Mo's not going to lose £3 in a day. I'll put money on it.
Yeah? Risk a tenner on it, would you?
Well, if you want to lose money, you haven't got. Safer than me putting it on the derby.
It's tenner then, if you want.
All right, you two, let's not get silly.
No, let them bet on me. I feel like a thoroughbred. It'll give me some incentive in that. Hey, I can't wait to get going. Any chance of a bacon butty before I start? Just to give me energy, start me off like.
Money for old rope.
Come on, Mo. I'll give you a breakfast. A glass of water.
Put it away for now, eh?
It's a list of people managements are proposing to lose.
Oh, no, not Joey. Him and Kath have only just moved into that new house of theirs. With 2 kids and one on the way. Can't you get them to swap him for somebody else?
I can't just go putting some other poor slob's neck on the chopping block because Joey's a mate, can I? Every man in the place needs the job.
Mum, you coming? It's getting cold here.
Seems dead wrong people being asked to vote on putting their mates out of a job. I don't envy you having to take the ballot on it.
I'm not sure I should, but if that's what the union's recommending, I don't suppose I've got any choice.
How do you think they'll vote?
No idea. At one time, there'd have been no question that if all called for an all-out strike.
Whatever happened to the good old days of what the workers, eh, Dad?
Today's workers have added up them enough times to know that it's not that simple anymore, son.
Alright, I can't stand this. I won't be a minute.
Not thinking of stopping the night, are you?
Thanks, but no. This, as Nicola Baines would say, is our best weapon for staving off those naughty little hunger pangs.
Cut your throat with it, do you?
If you clean your teeth, your mouth feels all fresh and that, and you don't want to go making it taste all horrible again by putting food in it.
Oh, yeah. And it works, does it?
Does it, Al?
Can I borrow that old tracksuit of yours, Dad, while I take the jogging?
Yeah, I suppose so. But I still say you've got more important things to do.
Fancy a run out, then?
Yeah, if you like.
Oh, go on for your daddy, eh? See if cut her into a nice little soldier for you.
She's always been a daddy's girl, haven't you, eh? Oh, so it does work then, that cleaning your teeth thing?
Yeah, I've completely lost my appetite now. Mind you, you have to have the willpower as well.
Go on, sweetheart. You go and play in the garden if you want to.
Maybe she wouldn't be so funny about her food if you just didn't let her wander off when she felt like it.
She's just tired, that's all. Sleeping in a strange bed and that.
Yeah, and whose fault's that, eh?
OK, Dad, we know everything since the crucifixion's my fault, don't we?
I'm just saying, it's not the kids' fault I had to drag her and her mother over here.
Eddie, can't you just let them sort themselves out?
And what signs are there of them doing that?
None, all right? And there's not gonna be, OK? And it's got nothing to do with you or anybody else. Can't you understand that?
Don't put your finger at me, son. Something painful could happen to it. And it's everything to do with us. That's our grandchild out there. So that's it then, is it? Easy come, easy go, eh? Marriage these days, about as disposable as everything else. Used to be you stuck at it once you'd tied the knot.
Yeah, even when it was round your neck.
Well, thanks a lot.
Oh, nice one.
I'll go and play with Rebecca, eh?
Lovely girl like that. What is it you want, eh?
How would I know, Dad? You and Mum have always told me what I want.
We want you to face up to your responsibilities. All right, so you're going through a rough patch. But every marriage has its rough times.
Even your mother and me. And if we can come through it, so can you. There are times when we all feel like we're not suited. It's nothing new what you're going through. Like when me and your
Like when you and me, Mum, what?
We're not talking about us.
No, hang on, there's something you're not telling me.
Carl, leave it.
You and me dad split up, didn't you?
That's neither here nor there.
So what did you fall out about? Why didn't I know about it?
Well, you were in Germany. We didn't want to worry you. And anyway, we sorted it out just like you and Sarah can.
So what did you fall out about?
Doesn't matter now, does it? We just didn't see eye to eye about, well, about a problem we had, that's all.
Why don't you just tell them it was about me?
Lee, it wasn't love.
Yeah, it was. You thinking you? You and my dad were falling out all the time.
Oh, God.
You're all right. Let his Auntie Mel have a go at calming him down first. And I'll borrow that tracksuit if it's all right, Ed.
Is it true what Ali said?
Yeah.
I don't believe you two. You can't even practice what you preach.
The point is, me and your mum managed to put our marriage back together.
Difference is, though, Dad, you wanted to.
Where are you going now?
Out running with Mo. We've still got this bet on, haven't we?
What's he like, eh? That girl loves the bones of him. God knows why, like. But she'll hang in there for as long as it takes.
She won't, you know. She's all geared up about seeing a solicitor tomorrow. About getting a divorce.
You mean he knows that and he's still messing her about?
He doesn't know. And I promised Sarah I wouldn't tell him, so don't you dare either. So, if he doesn't sort it out with her today, it's over and done with. For good.
I hope you're not going to go too fast.
No, just a steady pace. Come on, it'll do you good.
I was right before, wasn't I? They split up because of me, didn't they?
Don't worry about it. They're back together now. They seem happy enough, don't they?
Yeah.
Come on, Mo.
I've got a stone in my ship.
Wait here, I'll go and hurry her up. Come on, Mo, I want to win this bet with me dad.
All right. God, you can tell you were in the army, bossy boots. Look at that, size of a house brick.
So can we get going now?
I think my feet have swollen.
You've only come 5 yards. Yeah, I'll do it. So how long were my mum and dad apart for, then?
Your mum just stayed at mine for a bit while things cooled off between them, that's all. They were back together in no time. So how long's it going to take for you to see sense and get back with your Sarah, then? Sarah's a nice girl. Everybody likes her.
Yeah, well, I like her too.
But you want to break up with her?
The problem's not being married to Sarah, is it? The problem's being married, full stop. So can we get back to this then, or what? Just up the top of the road or back, OK?
Thought you were having a sleep.
Yeah, but off after the run from work twice in half an hour.
At least it shows you're indispensable.
No one is these days, more a pity. I don't know anyone who's not living in fear of losing their job.
You could always turn pro with the darts. Ex-star of bullseye. God, that was a bit quick.
What was it, the under-centimetre sprint?
She couldn't even make it to the top of the road. Get the scales, we'll have the weigh-in.
Why am I doing this?
Because I've got a tenner on you for a start.
And because you got some daft notion that the Nicola Bairns of this world are better than you because they're thinner.
Yeah, Rosie's right. Just be yourself, Mo. Give it up. We'll love you just the same.
No, Mum's right. If she wants to lose weight, let her.
Oh, you're just worried about your stupid bet. Look at the state of her.
All right, I've hardly lost any.
No, hang on. It's those trainers. Take them off. They weigh loads. Come on, you can't give up now. I bet you those weigh a pound. Yes, that means there's only a pound to go.
Yeah, but she's only got till 6:30.
What you need is a sauna, sweat it off you.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid our private sauna's temporarily out of charcoal.
Steam would get the last pound off, though. Yeah, that's it. We could get the bathroom all steamed up. Lee, go and run the hot taps in the bathroom, will you?
Yeah, right.
Mum, get us a kettle with you, and we need something to dress her in that'll make her sweat. Have you got a bin bag?
God, ain't not that I'm allergic to sweat.
Yeah, right. Been easy to have that Nicola Bairns assassinated.
Oh, mad, I'll say. No, come on, see if you can beat a bullseye champ. Did I ever tell you what Jim Bowen said?
Yeah, you did. Loads of times.
It's a good job you're used to our mad ways, eh? Well, you should be, shouldn't you, after all this time?
But I step Rebecca digging up your back garden.
Oh, she's a cracking kid. Rosie's worried. Well, we both are. That we might lose touch, you know, if it came to you and our Carl, actually. But like I said to her, you know, Sarah's not one for giving in that easy. Because I know you'll hang in there, like, till our Carl sees sense.
I can't make him do anything he doesn't want to do. I've done my bit. It's up to him now.
Right, shut it quick. Hurry up, Mo.
This better be worth it. I look it right. All right, do I have to?
Yeah, you don't come out till I say, all right?
All right, I'm sweating cobs already.
That's the idea.
Oh, God, she'll never stay in there, you know.
Yes, you will.
All right, but you should better stay there. Make sure she doesn't end up a puddle.
What is it, eh? Why can't these young ones today be happy with each other for more than 2 minutes? If you ask me, divorce is too easy nowadays.
You're starting to sound like your mate, Johnny Major, now.
You're not sorry we got back together, are you?
Why? Do you regret it?
Nah. It's like I've been trying to tell our Carl, isn't it? Like, however big you think you are, you go out there and the world's got about 1 million ways of making you feel small.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have somewhere to come home to, haven't you? Somewhere you matter.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to spoil this beautiful moment, but I've got dishes to wash.
I'll go and give her another blast with the kettle in a bit.
You amaze me, do you know that?
All right, Dad, don't start.
Well, look at you. Throwing everything into Mo and this stupid slimming lark when you should be sorting your life out. Is it the bet money, eh? Well, yeah, take it. You've won, you're rich. Now get out there and put your marriage to rights.
It's time to give Auntie Mona the steam session with the kettle yet.
God, I've forgotten about her.
No, we'll give her a bit longer.
You sure she's all right?
Yeah, she's fine.
Oh, let me out, eh, Carl? Carl! Oh, please! Come on, Carl, I've had enough now!
Do you want to come with us for an ice cream?
No, you're all right. Here, get it with us.
God, you want your head examining you, do you know?
Just leave it, I've had enough!
You've had enough! Yeah, well, maybe you're not too big to have some sense knocked into your egg.
And maybe I am. Either way, it's not going to change my mind, is it?
Dad, don't.
Let your Auntie Mo out. She's had enough.
What's the point? If you're too stupid to know what you're losing. Except it's not just you who stands to lose, is it? What about us, Egg? You brought Sarah and little Rebecca into this family, and you know how much we love them both. And now we lose out because you're not man enough to face up to your responsibilities.
All right, so I'm not man enough. I'm only just old enough to look after myself.
I feel like I've aged 10 years in the past 24 hours.
I know Sarah doesn't want to know and she's considering divorce, but I think we should tell him.
No. Look, in the end, she's right. It's only any good if he stays married to her because he wants to.
But that's not what you want, is it? For them just to split up.
At the end of the day, I just want him to be happy.
Mum! 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 Mum, come here.
What's the matter?
She's gone. The door's still locked, but when I went in, she'd just gone. Where'd she go?
If this is a wind-up.
No, honest.
She must have done a bunk through the window.
She'll be running up the close in a bin bag showing everything she's got.
David Crosby, we were thinking about another cult, but we do mooning instead of being moonies. God, what's she like, eh?
I'll go and have a look out your bedroom window, see if we can see her.
Mum, what you and me Dad have been saying, I know a lot of it makes sense, like, and maybe when I'm older, but I know marriage is wrong for me right now. Please, Mum, you understand, don't you?
Your dad's right. You're being a fool to yourself and hurting everyone else into the bargain.
Decided me and Rebecca might as well go home tomorrow. And I'll be seeing a solicitor about a divorce. So you needn't worry. We won't be back.
We'll be in touch, though, won't we?
If I go, I don't want you coming anywhere near us. I'm not having Becca upset by you coming and going. It'd be best if she grows up not knowing you at all.
Did he tell you the slimmer of the year is not a bunk?
Well, there's no sign of her on the close.
Did you hear something?
Came from up there. Oh, she can't be. Oh.
Well, don't just stand there, go up and get me down. Oh, come on, I'm freezing up here. The breeze is blowing right up.
All right, just hang about there, Mo. Don't go away.
What is she like? Lee, love, run up and fetch her tracksuit before the neighbours report her for indecent exposure. You know you're certifiable, don't you?
Thanks, sis.
Go on upstairs and fetch your teddies and I'll pack your things ready for tomorrow. Hey, go on. Mind yourself, Eddie.
Never mind him. What about me?
Fear not, fair maiden. Help is at hand.
Yeah, and just you watch where you're putting it.
I thought we could do this without hating each other. Look, maybe if you stopped here a while, see how things go and then decide, eh?
Yeah, well, too bad. Because I don't want you back just because your mum and dad have been on it, yeah?
It's not that. Well, all right, so some of the things they said made sense, but this is me deciding. It just doesn't feel right, you walking out now and that's it forever.
It's what you did.
I don't want to lose you for good.
You don't want to lose Rebecca, you mean?
No, I don't want to lose either of you. Look, do you want to give it another go then? No promises. Just give it a go. Please? Hey?
I could have died upstairs in that bathroom for all you lot cared.
Oh, hey, come on, where are you going?
For some fish and chips.
You what?
What about your Slimming Cup? What about Nicola Baines?
I ate Nicola Baines. Come to think of it, everyone eats Nicola Baines, just like they ate all those skinny women in the ads, because they can never be like them. Why should I change? People can take me as I am. See ya.
I just thought we both deserved a chance to find out what it was like on our own, that's all. But if everybody thinks I should try harder to make things work, I will. Come on, what you say?
Oh, I suppose I should give you a harder time, but... Oh, you know how much I love you, don't you? You divvy.
I love you too.
We made it up.
Well, we're giving it another go, like, see what happens, you know.
Oh, thank God for that. Oh, I made up for you both. Hey, listen, I'll go and catch me up. Get us all some fish and chips to celebrate, eh?
Yeah, great. I'll go and do us some bread and butter.
You've done the right thing.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you think so.
I know so, son. You'll make it work, all right. Believe me, you won't regret it.
What time is it? God, why didn't you wake me? Where's Rebecca?
You're all right, me mum's taking her into town. Dad's at work, so I came back to bed for a bit.
How about your Lee?
He went with me, Mum and Rebecca.
No need for us to rush into getting up then, eh? It's a long time since we spent the whole morning in bed together. I missed you, you know. You do still fancy me, don't you?
Yeah?
So then, why don't you get back in for a bit?
Max, look who I spy coming out of Barry Grant's little den of iniquity.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Bowie's alike. And her playing house with that partner of yours. Oh, hello, Penny, my dear. No work today?
Day off. Thought I'd treat myself to a magazine, put my feet up. I've got the place to myself.
Ah, it must be lonely, your flatmate being away.
If you mean Barry Grant, he isn't any kind of mate. Not in the sense you mean.
Oh, God, wouldn't dream of implying anything untoward was going on between you two, would we, David?
Oh, heavens no, perish the thought, as if.
So, what are you getting your friend Barry for his birthday, then? I mean, I assumed you knew it was his birthday next week, you two being so close.
As a matter of fact, I didn't know.
Oh, well, Patricia and I were thinking of having a small birthday party for him, you know, business partner and all that. All goes towards cementing the relationship, and as you have a relationship with him, I mean in a purely platonic fact-sharing sense, I thought you might want to come along.
I'd love to, thanks.
Oh, well, great. I'll tell Patricia you'll be coming along then.
I'll tell her myself. I'm calling round to see her later. Catch up on all the family gossip.
Creating enough gossip of her own, if you ask me.
Right, one bag of supplies, one son.
Yeah. Don't suppose you could give that club cleaning a miss, could you, love? Help me out here instead.
Do I look daft? Barry pays me. Anyway, where's Jackie?
Rang in sick. Still pining over soft lad not letting a visitor in the nick.
Well, anyway, his juice is at the bottom of the bag.
Yeah, but I need you here, love, don't I? I've got to nip down to cash and carry after.
Well, I'm sorry, but I've got my club to clean, and then I've got to go and see Patricia, pick my wages up.
Yeah, and I don't like you skivvying for Lord and Lady Farnham either.
Well, tough, because I like me a bit of independence, not to mention the money.
I'll be out again tonight and babysitting for Patricia.
OK, love.
I'm just going outside to revise.
Lovely, thanks. I spoke to your Uncle Jake on the phone again last night. I'll be leaving in 2 weeks. He's arranged the tickets, everything.
2 weeks? I can't believe you're doing this, you know.
I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to put any pressure on you. I didn't want you to feel under any obligation.
To do what?
I'm trying to tell you. You mustn't think I accepted your Uncle Jake's offer without giving you a thought. I told him how much I'd hate leaving you behind. What you'd done for me. And, well, the offer's there of a ticket for you. To come with me.
I just wondered if you could do us a few hours down the shop. I'll pay you properly in that.
I'm up to my eyes in your vision. I've got my final starting on Monday.
What, your finals?
Yeah.
Already? God, I had no idea you were coming up to the last hurdle.
Yeah, well, I wish I could forget. Mum, I'm off down the uni library. I'm sorry I can't help you out. I'll see you later. Ta-ra.
Yeah, see you, son.
Bye, love.
And best of luck with the exams, eh? Well, all that pushing I did to get him to concentrate on his studies. Now I don't even know what he's up to.
Sometimes find it hard myself to keep up with how fast they're growing up. It's easy to be out of touch if you're not here all the time.
Yeah, well, better get back to it then, hadn't we, eh, son? Come on, let's go.
Oh, come here. He's all dribbly. Let me wipe it off upstairs.
Ta.
Come up if you like. You haven't seen our Mike's room since I redecorated it, have you?
No, I haven't, no. Suppose all sorts has happened while I haven't been here, eh?
Oh. How do you do?
Accidents will happen, eh? As I said to Max. Kenny Maguire.
Oh, right. How do you do? David Crosby. I'm Max's...
Don't tell me. Partner. Nice to see he's got the sense to have a mature man like yourself as an associate.
No. I'm his father-in-law, actually. I don't have any connection with the business. Max is busy with a meeting at the moment. Could I offer you a coffee?
Well, that's very civil of you. No sugar for me, thanks. So, is Max's partner on site today as well, then?
Oh, out of the country at the moment, I believe. He's an interesting chap. He's a local businessman.
Hello there, Max. Just getting acquainted with your father-in-law. Hope you don't mind me dropping in on you.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm rather busy at the moment.
Well, I did say I'd be calling. Probably wouldn't be wise for you to put off that little matter we discussed for much longer.
David, would you like to give yourself a tour of the site, take some more photographs and so on? I wouldn't want to bore you with all this business stuff.
No, not at all. The whole thing's absolutely fascinating to a novice like me. Do you know, as I was telling Max, I had absolutely no idea there was so much involved in setting up a restaurant operation.
Oh, there's a lot to think about. Isn't that right, Max? Building, fixtures and fittings. Then there's making sure nothing happens to all that hard work and expense.
Yes, well, I really don't want to discuss it now, so,
Don't mind. I'll call again soon then, Max. Talk about that little proposal of mine. Your dad-in-law had a little accident. Just goes to show. You never can tell what'll happen.
Look, will you please just leave?
Nice meeting you, Mr. Crosby.
What on earth made you treat him like that? He seemed perfectly charming.
Well, he isn't, so let's just leave it at that, eh?
Well, who is he? Some sort of insurance salesman? I mean, I don't understand what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Maguire's a kind of insurance man, all right. And what's going on here is an attempted extortion. He's demanding protection money.
He's made himself a proper job out of all this, hasn't he, eh? Looks like he's dead serious about all this film lark.
He spends hours up here working on it all. And he's determined to get a good degree. I think he realises he messed around a bit last year. And give him his due. He's got his head down to it.
Mike with a degree. Only seems 2 minutes since he started at the uni, doesn't he?
I know what you mean. On the other hand, if you think of all that's gone on in between, it seems like a lifetime ago. I think that's his latest epic. Go on, put it on, let's have a look.
Why not, eh? What man is Alfred having a look at what he's up to, will he? Yeah. Hey up, there he is. Star of his own movie.
Everybody's always telling us that the best days of your lives, when you're at school and then when you go to college and that. Yeah, well, maybe they are. I just wanted to show you what my life's been like this past year or so. Tell you a bit about who I am. Except all I really know myself is that I'm bits of different things, bits of different people. I suppose the ones who make up the biggest part of my life are my mum and dad. But even that doesn't start to explain who I am, because I'm not really like either one of them. Anyway, it's dead weird nowadays, because I've got them in common. But they haven't got me in common anymore. I'm close to them having split up and that. I suppose we're supposed to be used to our parents splitting up these days. But, you know, it was a real downer, like. I just wanted to bang their heads together. Like they used to do to us when we were kids and we'd lost something we were supposed to be taking care of. I wanted to shake them and say, what's up with you? You got this dead good thing going, and then you get fed up or bored and you just chuck it away. And yeah, well, maybe it's not that easy to hold on to a relationship. Wouldn't mind a chance to find out for myself one day. I don't feel like talking anymore.
Oh, I was just getting into that. God, I've never heard him speak like that before. Look, there's loads more here.
Do you think you should? This is private stuff.
Nah, he's making them for people to watch, isn't he?
Why didn't you tell me about me being able to go with you?
Because I didn't want you to feel you had to, for me. Knowing how you feel about Mandy, it was like asking you to choose between us. But now you know. What are you going to do?
I don't know. If I knew how Mandy felt, it'd be different.
Then for goodness sake, why don't you just go and ask her how she feels about you? Look, I'll be leaving a week on Wednesday. So if you're going to ask her, you really need to do it now.
Nah. I mean, if she really wanted me, she'd ask me herself, wouldn't she, not to go? Better get this rubbish sorted out.
I better think about starting the meal. And you best out at the Farnhams and Rachel's eating with a friend.
Well, if it's just going to be the three of us, why don't I cook for a change? I'd like to, honestly.
Oh, if you're sure, thanks.
I was just talking to Thomas about whether he'd like to come to Australia.
And?
And you know full well why it's hard for him to decide. Because he doesn't know how you feel about it. You're the woman he cares about. And unless I'm totally balmy, you care about him too. Well, am I wrong?
I care a lot about him. But my life's been such a mess, and I don't know if it could ever work between us. Or with any other man, for that matter.
That's something you can work out together. All he needs for now is to know that you feel the same way about him as he feels about you. Just go to him, tell him how you feel.
It's been a crazy year, really. Pressures at uni. Things that have been going on at home. Pa's only died. I couldn't handle it. Him lying there down the ocean. He said he couldn't think or feel or anything. I kept wondering that he was just lying there, screaming inside his head. I just wanted it over for him. For all of us. I didn't want him to die. I thought the only thing that might come out of this sad my mum and dad might get back together. But he's living with this other girl now. My mum seems to have got through it, but I still hear her crying at night sometimes. But they won't get back together. He's got this kid now. I mean, I was there at the birth. I was even involved with this girl myself for a while. In fact, the kid could be mine.
I think I better get going now.
I mean, that's sure it is, but I think he's kidding himself. The more I think about it, I'm convinced it's my kid.
What do you have to go and say a thing like that for?
Maybe because it's true.
Oh, we all know you'd like it to be. But listen, Josh is not your grandchild, Dee Dee. He's my son, no question. Come on, son.
Yes, but forgive me, Max, you're not exactly well-versed in dealing with protection racketeers, are you? If you won't go to the police, you should at least tell Barry Grant what's going on.
You don't know Barry. I don't want to escalate the problem, and Barry can be a bit heavy-handed sometimes. Don't worry, I'll think of some way of dealing with it. I mean, this Maguire chap might just be trying it on. Perhaps he won't be back.
If you say so.
But in the meantime, not a word to Patricia, eh? I don't want her worried. What with the baby and everything.
Point taken.
Thanks.
Fancy a coffee before you go home? In fact, you'd probably lined up for coming round later anyway. Patricia was going to ask Jean if you both wouldn't mind babysitting tonight.
Oh, may as well then. Jean's probably in there already.
And then there's this one.
Oh, it's fabulous.
Fabulous price as well. Oh, hello, you two. How was the royal visit, Dad?
Very interesting. It's very impressive. Oh, I hear your mother and I have been commandeered for babysitting duties tonight.
Well, no, as a matter of fact, Beth said she'd sit for us tonight.
Look, if you want to change your mind.
No, of course she doesn't. Do you, Patricia?
No, of course not. Anyway, Dad, Mum wants an early night. She's been gardening all day.
Come on, let's get you ready for your bath.
I suppose that friend of hers will be coming round as well.
Yes, she'll probably be around later. Look, Dad, Mum said you'd be all right about me asking Beth and Chris.
Oh, she did she? Well, your mother was wrong.
Right, well, I'll just go and get changed.
Well, I don't know why you're getting so upset. I thought you'd agreed to live and let live as far as this matter was concerned.
I may well have agreed not to express my views so forcefully. That still doesn't mean that I approve of Beth and that other person looking after my grandson.
Keep your voice down. Anyway, you never objected to Beth and Margaret.
Entirely different situation. Beth and Margaret were not, well, not engaged in that kind of relationship, were they?
Really, Dad? You sure about that?
You're not seriously suggesting there was anything unnatural about Margaret and Beth, for heaven's sake?
Unnatural isn't the way I'd describe it, Dad, but yes, they were close. So until you know the full facts about people, keep your opinions to yourself. Mum, if you've gone by the time I'm changed, I'll see you tomorrow. Have that early night.
I will do.
You did this on purpose, didn't you?
Did what on purpose?
Had a good laugh at my expense. Rubbing my nose in it by having those two look after my grandson again. And now I hear that Margaret and Beth were at it too. My God, they're everywhere. It's like some sort of epidemic.
Oh, I can't stand it if you are going to start all this stupid prejudicial nonsense again. And if you are, you just might as well stay here. It will save me the trouble of throwing you out again.
Get out of it, what are you doing? I video archives, don't I? For me archives. Me own video nation.
Yeah, well, talk to me, agents. Otherwise, I'm not available.
You're available to come for a couple of lagers, then? Thought you might fancy a Friday night bevy. And whatever else is going, like.
No, you're all right. I'm a married man, aren't I?
Ah. How come you never said?
Well, he hasn't told you about me.
Yeah, well, it just sort of never came up, you know. Me and Mike have only been out for the odd pints and that.
Yeah. Well, I'm Sarah.
Yeah, Mike. There, yeah. Well, I'd better get off. I've got some more editing to do and I've got my uni exams coming up and that. See you later.
Yeah, see you, mate.
What are you doing hanging around with a student? Thought you hated them.
Yeah, well, Mike's all right. For a student. Came to ask me out for a drink.
But you and me are having that pizza, aren't we, eh?
And we could get a bit.
You and you mate Mike think that was a boring Friday night, eh?
Yeah, well, he's not married, is he? And I am.
It's ready.
Oh, it looks great, huh?
It's only 2 places. That's right. Seems to me you two have got a lot to talk about. I'll have mine later.
Looks like we're on our own then. 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Well, better not let it get cold. Oh, after you.
No, go on, after you.
She's something else, me mum, isn't she? Has me thinking she doesn't want me to go with her, and all the time she does. Even got me Uncle Jake to pay for me ticket.
I'm really pleased for you. I mean, that she doesn't just want to leave you behind like you thought. So, will you go then, or what?
Well, I don't see how I can, do you?
Well, there's nothing really stopping you. If you want to, that is.
Yeah. I don't know, I mean... Well, I'd only want to go if there was nobody wanting me to stay. And we'll have to decide soon. My Uncle Jake needs to know if I'm going to use the ticket.
Well, I suppose it's what you've always wanted. A family of your own. And it'd be the chance of a new start. Chance to leave me and the rest of the problems behind. It's perfect for you.
You're saying I should go?
No. No, you should do what'll make you happy. You shouldn't have to take me and my problems into account, that's all.
But I do take you into account, though. I just don't know how much I count with you.
I've brought you nothing but trouble. I can't say you should pass up the chance to start all over again.
Looks like I might as well go, then. If you're saying I should.
I think for your own sake, it's probably for the best.
Oh.
Mrs. Jordache. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt your meal. But business is business, eh?
Yeah, we've got the money ready, haven't we, man?
Yeah, it's all there.
Lovely. Oh, sorry, but as from next week, there'll be a rise in the interest rate.
Hang on, you can't do that.
Hey, if it was up to me. But sad to say, we're all victims of inflation. I blame the government myself.
I thought interest rates were going down.
Yeah, but costs aren't, I'm afraid. Overheads, bad payers. And I think if you check your small print, it says increases can be instigated at any time with suitable notice. So, this is your notice. You don't have a problem with that, do you?
I thought you were staying at Patricia's.
I refuse to be banished from my own home yet again. And anyway, you can hardly expect me to stay over there with that pair of dykes in the house.
Very well. If you won't leave, I will.
What? Gee, for heaven's sake, there's no need for this.
I took you back because I thought you'd relented. But you're still the same stupid, prejudiced old man you ever were, and I can't live with it a moment longer.
All right, look, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not falling for that again. You haven't learnt your lesson at all, have you? You're still treating Beth as though she's some kind of freak.
Now, I never used that word, and you know it. I may have said that her tendencies weren't normal, but then they're not, are they? And actually, I do feel rather sorry for the girl when I think of what she'll be missing out on.
You mean a man? God! Why do men always think nothing can happen without them?
Because, my dear, nature designed it that way, and that's good enough for me. And if youngsters these days were discouraged from pursuing every obscene little whim, it would be good enough for them too. It's unnatural for a woman not to want children.
Women can choose to do even that without a man these days. And good luck to them, they're probably better off.
For pity's sake, Jean, why are you acting like this? Why are you intent on defending moral decline?
Do you really want to know?
dear God, woman, are you senile or something? Of course I want to know why you choose to sympathise with the likes of Beth Jordache.
Then I'll tell you. It's because, David, when I was her age, I went through the same thing.
Are you telling me that you...
That's right, David. Exactly the same thing as Beth. That's why every stupid comment you have made has hurt me. I'm sorry if I've offended your upstanding morals. But Beth and I have a lot in common.
On ITV next, London's burning. Here on 4, the first look over the garden wall reveals an amazing variety of flowers and shrubs that can be grown in windy, salty and dry conditions.
Let's come for a babysitting, Money. Hi, Beth.
Hiya.
Any good at lighting Barbies?
I can't say I've ever tried, even though I do catch the odd home and away.
So tell me, how's your friend, Chris, isn't it?
Max. She's fine, thank you.
Could you get Beth's money from my purse, darling?
Yes, of course I can, dear.
Ignore Max. You're the only bit of excitement in his life at the moment.
That's okay. Prefer his reaction to your dad's. But thanks for being so cool about it.
Well, it's not a matter of being cool. It's just live and let live.
Well, thanks anyway.
I must admit, when Margaret told me about you and her, I was gobsmacked.
I don't regret anything that happened between us. I suppose they always knew that she wasn't very comfortable with it.
Why, do you think she was just going through a phase?
I don't know what you could call it. Maybe everyone should try it once, see what they're missing.
Max said you wanted this. You couldn't give this starter the taste test, could you? Oh, that's wonderful.
It's amazing. What is it?
Olives, chopped apricots, honey and balsamic vinegar. Taste bud explosion. I'll have some more later.
You don't do takeaways, do you?
There's an idea. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Patricia, you know you said you were gobsmacked when you found out about me and Margaret. Well, did it make you react any differently towards her, or you didn't want to chuck her out or anything?
No. Once I got over the shock, I just wanted her to get on with whatever made her happy.
I'm not sure gobsmacked will be the word when I tell my mum. Well, if I tell her.
Well, I guess whether you tell her now or whether you leave it for 20 years, it'll still be a shock for her.
I know. I'm going to tell her, definitely, when the time's right. Anyway, I'll see you.
Yeah. Bye, Beth.
What was her name?
Oh, David.
I'd like to know her name.
Jane, if it makes any difference.
40 years you shared my bed, Jean. Have you any idea what it feels like knowing that all the time you'd rather have been in the arms of a woman?
Will you stop tearing yourself apart?
Your secret lover.
This was all a very long time ago.
40 years of lying to me. I can't stand the thought of you being tainted with someone like that.
At least the friendship I had was before I married you, and not like some of your little escapades that happened since.
Well, it's a lot clearer now why I was tempted to stray, isn't it? I suppose if I wanted you to stay interested in me, I should have been wearing bra and suspenders.
Oh, don't be so ridiculous.
All right, Jean, love, have you got a mo?
Oh, yes, of course, come in.
Thank you. Hello, Bing.
All right.
I just wanted to hear about your 40th anniversary, do. Not long now, eh?
You will be able to come, you and Bev, won't you?
Oh, yeah, looking forward to it. Actually, me and Bev were wondering if you had a present list.
Oh, don't worry about presents. I mean, we'll be happy just to see you, though. Won't we, David?
Yes, of course.
40 years of married bliss, eh? What a night that's going to be. All right, Mick.
All right, Eddie.
Not delivering pizzas here, are you?
No, I'm just waiting on Marianne. She's running me down the Aussie to get this stuff, you know.
Taking a break from laying people off, is she?
I stay out of that stuff, Eddie. I got enough problems running a pizza parlour.
Hey, you haven't got any jobs going there, have you?
Hey, you've not been laid off, have you?
No, it's not for me. Well, not yet, anyway. I'm asking around for my eldest lad, Carl. He's just come out the army and he's looking for a start.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I can't take anyone on at the moment. I can just about afford Carl.
Ah, well, worth a try. If you do hear of any jobs going, maybe you'll let us know, eh?
Yeah, sure.
Hi.
Hi.
All right. See you then.
Yeah, see you, Eddie.
Sorry I'm late.
Nah, no problem. Just chatting to Eddie.
You're not making life any easier for me, you know. The more pally you get with him, the harder it is for me to keep my distance when negotiating these redundancies with him.
Hey, I can't not talk to him just because you're in charge of dumping his mates on the dole, you know.
I don't like putting people out of work. And anyway, we've actually been able to create some new jobs.
Oh, yeah, where? Behind the counter at the dole office?
No, dismantling the machinery that's going out of commission for a start.
What kind of job's that? Glorified scrapman?
It's a job. Just like working in a pizza parlour.
You look full of yourself. Did your exam go well?
Sound. I could have gone on writing for another hour.
Oh, good. You got a few minutes to spare from your revision?
Of course, Dad.
Well, I've got a bit of a confession to make. Your dad and I were in here the other day. We were just talking and looking at some of your things.
All right, Mum.
We weren't being nosy. Your dad feels a bit out of touch with you at the moment, and we were talking about how proud we were. Anyway, we ended up looking at one of your videos.
Which one?
Your video diary thing.
I don't believe you two. That's really out of order going through me private things.
Michael, both your dad and I were shocked about what you were saying on it. You seriously believe Josh could be your child, don't you?
Where is he?
Well, your dad's got it.
It was supposed to be me private thoughts on that video.
Where are you going?
I'm going to get me property back.
How's it going, Eddie, lad?
All right, Joey. How's Kath and the girls?
Keep me sane, you know. We'll be glad to see the back of this moving house now. Cost me a fortune. How's Rosie and your lad?
Driving me mad as usual.
Is that right? Your Carl's home from the army?
Yeah, and he needs his Uncle Joey to sort him out.
Hey, send him round if you like. What's he up to?
You know these youngsters. There he is with a great wife and kids, and now he's decided he'd rather be out in the sniff every night.
Oh, no. We've only been married a couple of years.
I know. We're working on him.
Hey, what's this meeting about tonight? There's all kinds of rumours flying round.
It's supposed to be under wraps till then.
So all the redundancies being announced. That's what the word is on the shop floor.
You've heard right. These are not easy days, are they?
Responsibilities of power getting to you.
Power? I'm a shop steward in the 90s.
That kind of talk's not going to get the troops roused to the fight.
The fight's over before it started these days, Joey.
All right, Mike, how did the exam go?
My mum said you both be going through some of my private things.
All right.
I want my tape back.
Yeah, look, we only watched it by accident, you know, son. We were just interested to see...
Can I have my tape back?
Yeah, sure, it's inside under the counter. Hey, you weren't really going to show that on proper telly, were you?
It's my business what to do with it.
I can't believe you're still worried about you being Josh's dad. I thought all that was well in the past.
Well, we don't know that for sure, do we? All I was saying was that the possibility's still there in my head.
Hey, Michael, I'm Josh's dad, all right, and that's the end of it. Michael! Michael!
What's he said?
He come for his tape back, and I told him who Josh's dad was. It's me.
You heard him on that tape. It's not fair on anybody not known for definite.
Dee Dee's in the middle of his exams, isn't he? He can do without all this whose baby is it anyway rubbish.
I just want the truth. And the only way we'll know that for sure is when we've got proof. Scientific proof. From tests.
I haven't shown you that, all right. It's supposed to be confidential till tonight.
This isn't on this. Lose 30 jobs, or every one of us takes a pay cut to cover the cost of those who stay. We should walk the whole lot of us out the gate now.
They'd be made up if we did. The minute we're outside the gate, we're outside the law and up for dismissal.
They've only made the law to suit themselves. We don't have to abide by it.
I wouldn't be doing my job as shop steward advising people to break the law.
Well, maybe we need someone younger with a bit of fire in the belly instead.
Oh, get real, Joey. Half the youngsters here don't even know why they're in the union.
That's because they've never needed it till now. You should get them fired up, Eddie, while they're under threat.
You're sounding like Red Robbo there. Even our own regional office says we should take these job cuts.
Aye. It's Dwight the Dragon. Queen of the cut. Excuse me, love.
Yeah?
There's been word about redundancies.
I thought you had a meeting tonight to discuss the latest situation.
Are you going to come along and deliver the bad news yourself?
I don't think your regional office would approve of me stepping outside of an agreed procedure. You wouldn't happen to have change of £5, would you? I thought I had some coins, but I must have used them up.
Sorry, no.
Sorry, love. Can't help. Every penny's accounted for these days.
Oh, well, never mind. Thanks anyway.
Losing 30 jobs or to save jobs. Everyone takes a pay cut. That's no kind of deal, is it?
It's a 90s kind of deal.
We've got to fight it, Eddie. How would you feel if your name was one of the ones on the list to be dumped?
How would you feel?
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry, lad. I'm supposed to be keeping it a secret, but I can't. Not being as close a mate as you'd have. You're on the list.
Yeah, this looks brilliant, you two.
Oh, Penny did all the hard work. That might be Barry.
I'll get it.
Not covered in charcoal or anything, am I? I wouldn't want Barry to see you with a smudge. You're determined to matchmake me and him, aren't you? Me? Would I do a thing like that?
It was Barry.
Hi, happy birthday.
Thanks very much. I've brought a guest along. Hope you don't mind.
No.
Patricia, this is Corin. Corin, Patricia.
Hello. Hi. Hope you don't mind me tagging along.
No, of course not.
We can manage an extra guest, can't we?
Any time, no problem.
I'm glad to see they got you working, Pen. Penny, this is Corin.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. I'm just sorry to turn up unannounced.
No problem. Max, why don't you do the honours with the wine? Hope you're both hungry.
Of course. Well, who's done this, lad? I'm starving.
Well, Patricia bought it and I cooked it.
Nice one. I was a bit worried about turning up with Colin. You don't mind, do you?
Me? No, why should I?
Well, I just thought you might, you know. So how about the flat? Everything all right with that?
Oh, I could have done without the caretaker checking up me every 5 minutes.
Told him to be subtle as well. And how about you? Everything all right with you?
Yes, I'm fine, thanks. Well, this looks amazing, and Patricia says this is all your efforts.
Wow.
And all for the birthday boy. You are well thought of, aren't you?
Where has this Corin sprung from?
So much for the quiet foursome. I think Penny was looking forward to having Barry to herself.
So the deal, it's not much of one, I'm afraid, is as follows. We either lose 30 jobs, or we accept an across-the-board pay cut to balance out the costs of any jobs we save. Well, all right, lads, all right.
Excuse me.
Well, sorry, all right, everyone, I mean. Now, the problem is, we all know that these are tough times, and that means we have to face up to the realities.
Here. This is the reality we're looking at.
Oh, come on now, Woodsy. We're trying to have a meeting here.
This is what a pay cut means. The same job for half the money. Yeah? That's the reality, isn't it?
Oh, come on now. That's below the belt, that. No one will be getting cut down to half pay.
That'll be next the way things are going. I vote we should walk out now saying no job cuts and no pay cuts.
All right, all right. I'll take the mood of the meeting back to the management, OK? But I want it clear, OK, that they're going to hold out all the way on this one.
Tell me to.
Thanks, mate. Solidarity for everything.
So what is it you do, Corinne?
I'm a travel agent.
So you get first option on cheap flights and bargain breaks?
That's right, and I get sent out directly to some of the hotels we use.
Oh, could easily handle doing that, Trevor.
That's how we met, wasn't it? We were both recce in the poolside bar.
Oh, sorry, we haven't got round to installing our pool yet.
Okay.
So, Max, new shirt?
Yes, actually. Do you like it?
No, I mean, you could do with a new shirt. I mean, that one's a bit dated, isn't it?
Do you think so?
Do you know, Patricia, now Max is my partner, we're going to have to do something about his dress sense.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Well, it's a bit, well, Safe.
Oh, he's not that bad, is he?
What do you reckon, Pen? Do you reckon we could do something with Max's image?
Well, I am family, but I think Barry does have a point.
Well, it's just knowing the places to go, really, isn't it? But don't worry. I'll sort him out.
Be my guest. So are you any nearer to getting Terry and the Mad Monks out of number 5 yet?
It's all in hand.
I thought you bought it.
Contracts haven't been signed yet, so when they are, I'll sort something out legally. It's about time they started to build their stairway to heaven somewhere else.
We've got a bit of a problem round at the restaurant site. Sorry to break up the party, but I think we better get round there.
Won't be long.
Hi. Hello, Beth. Did you get that registered letter that came to you this morning?
Yes, I did, thank you. It was all my travel documents and ticket for Australia. 1 more week, and I'll be off forever.
Oh, I bet you'd be glad just to get out there and get on with your new life, won't you?
I would be, but it's Thomas I'm worried about.
Well, it's a big decision for someone to emigrate.
Especially if you've got something to stay behind for.
Well, he'll soon get a new wind around over there, though, won't he?
I think he wants to stay behind to be with your mother.
Well, they're good friends, aren't they?
Don't you think he wants to be more than good friends with her?
Well, I suppose they are close.
Yes. And if I'm going to get them to admit that they're made for each other, I'm going to need your help. So, I think it's time we got our little bows and arrows out and started playing Cupid.
Well, this doesn't look like kids to me. Has anyone suspicious been hanging around?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Well, this looks like to me as if somebody doesn't want us opening up this restaurant. So, we better find out who's messing us around so we can sort them out.
Well, maybe it was just one-off, you know, usual vandalism.
Look, I think we better go back to the club. Have a little word about security, eh?
Yeah, right. I'll just give Patricia a ring.
What's all that?
Oh, just some old letters.
From me?
No, actually, from before I met you.
They're not from your friend, Jane.
As a matter of fact, yes.
OK, see you soon. Don't be long. Problems? Well, apparently someone's vandalised the restaurant site. Max and Barry are doing what they can to clear it up. They should be back soon.
Is it bad?
Max didn't say.
Oh, leave it, I'll do that. So, it's just you, me and Corinne, then?
Yeah, no one bargained on her tonight, did they? Told you Barry was a smooth operator.
Oh, she seemed like a nice person.
Well, that was lovely. Thanks ever so much.
My pleasure. Have you got far to go tonight, or are you, staying locally?
Locally, I think. Oh, with Barry, actually, in his flat.
Well, that'll be nice listening to those two all night. Jealous?
No.
Not just a little bit? Not at all.
Stay here tonight if you like.
No, that'll seem too obvious. I can be adult about this. Got any earplugs I can borrow?
No, you sure there's nothing else I can do?
No, please, just relax.
I'm OK, thanks.
You'll need all the energy you can get.
I can't believe you kept the damn woman's love letters, for God's sake.
They're hardly love letters.
So I can read them then, can I?
No, because they're private. Did you never have a male friend you were close to?
Yes, of course I did. I was great pals with Albie Chambers, but he's the last human being on earth I would have dreamt of leaping in a bed with.
Who said I leapt into bed with Jane?
How am I to know what you did?
I was 18, training to be a nurse. And my best friend was Jane Fielding. We shared everything. We had great fun together. But the closer we got, because she was a little bit different, the more people started to whisper and gossip about the two of us.
Different. You must have given them cause for gossip.
I have never forgiven myself for what I did to her. I suppose she was the real thing, what we would call gay today, and I had strong feelings for her. But because people knew that she was what she was, they thought I was the same. I don't know what it was, but we were close. I don't know what happened. I think maybe somebody must have seen us linking arms or holding hands. Something quite innocent.
No wonder people were gossiping.
To us it was quite innocent. We were just being friends. Anyway, the gossips went too far, and we were hauled up in front of Matron. I can still remember how terrified I was, and I denied her. I stood next to my best friend, and I denied her.
Quickly. They were probably desperate to avoid the scandal.
I married you because you were a lovely man who made my heart turn over when you danced with me.
Well, I think we might have danced our last dance. If I tried the anniversary waltz with you next week, it would be my stomach that would be turning over. It's bad enough finding my grandchild in the care of a person like that, without discovering that my own wife beat her to it by 40 years, before it became the fashion.
There is nothing wrong with two women loving each other, and it is not some newfangled thing from the swinging 60s. It's life, it happens, and it always will.
It's unnatural, it's ungodly, and it is not going unchallenged under my roof.
Oh, will you get it into your skull? Nothing's going on under your roof, and I am not a lesbian.
But you are saying that you could have been.
Oh, who knows? I'm me. Can't we please just leave this in the past?
But it's not in the past. It's here and now with those letters in our home.
David, we have a lot of people, family and friends, coming for our 40th wedding anniversary, and there is a lot of preparation to be done for that. Now that this is out in the open, can we please just put it all behind us?
How can we stand up in front of people banging on about 40 years of married bliss with this sick mess hanging over us? I just think we should cancel the whole thing.
So what do you think we should do about the site being wrecked?
Sort out some better security, I presume you mean?
Better security, you reckon?
Well, yes. If somebody's trying to intimidate us, better security might frighten them away.
Sit down, Max. This is the only security that's going to do us any good.
It's not real, is it?
Well, you don't fill it with water, Max. It's a tool of the trade. See, there's all kinds of maniacs out there want to get their hands on your business. You can't let them walk all over you. See, they've got one, so we've got one.
We?
Well, we are partners, aren't we?
It's not actually for shooting people, is it?
It's protection. See, if anybody comes round trying to frighten us off from opening our restaurant business, we introduce them to this. Our new head of security.
Apologies for the transmission problems in tonight's Brookside. We hope it didn't spoil your enjoyment too much. Next tonight, blow-up men for women who don't want to drive alone. The first of First Sex is in a couple of minutes.